Everybody, it's me, Shell360. So I was in the car yesterday jamming out to some BTS, turning it up super loud, which is so dangerous because when Run comes on and you turn that shit up loud, it makes you want to drive 100 miles an hour, and you can't do that inside the city. So I have to tone it down a little bit. But anyway, I was in the car listening to K-pop, jamming out, and it happened to be that yesterday was the day that they were going to announce the results for the Powerball, and I had bought a couple Powerball tickets, and I was just thinking to myself while I was listening to this K-pop, what would I do if I was $1.5 billion heir, because it was like $1.5 billion you could win, what would I do? And of course I would do the same things regular people would do. I'd buy my mama a house, I would go on a trip around the world, experience all the cultures that I could safely. I would, wine and dine and travel and explore. But on the K-pop front, there's some things I want to do, and I thought I'd share them with you. So this is my K-pop Powerball dreams, and I would love to hear your K-pop Powerball dreams in the comments section. And if you want to do a video talking about your K-pop Powerball dreams, I would love to hear that as well, because I think we all could relate. So K-pop Powerball dreams. First, let's start with concerts. I would go to so many concerts. Like, first concert I would go to, of course, is a Shiny World concert, because I've never seen Shiny in concert. They've never been to the United States, so I would want to see Shiny World. In fact, because I'm a billionaire, I would bring Shiny to the U.S. because I feel like if you have $1 billion, SM will actually listen to you when you talk. So I would tell SM, listen, I'm a billionaire, I love K-pop, I'm willing to, find the venues if you're willing to negotiate, and you just bring Shiny over here and we'll have a concert tour. And I would tour places that like Shiny and other K-pop artists never go. Like, of course, we would head to the DF Dubs, Dallas, Fort Worth, because, Dallas does get a little bit of K-pop, but not a lot. But I would go to like other places that K-pop's not going to too. Like, I would go to Vegas, and I'd go to Los Angeles, and I'd go to Chicago, and I'd go to New York, and I'd go to Atlanta. But, I would go someplace that maybe they had never thought about going, like Albuquerque. Just cause, go to Arizona. Just cause. Maybe head down to Miami, because they don't go there very frequently. So yeah, I would do that, and I would make a little bit of my money back, but it'd be a chance for everybody to see Shiny to see a little bit of a different side of America, and just me being happy. Just me being happy. But I would go to some other concerts too. I would get like VVIP seats to go to a YG family concert, go to a Big Bang tour concert. I would love to go to a taping of one of these countdown shows, just because I want to see what it's like behind the scenes, all the dramas and the retakes and things. I would love to go to the Dream concerts, the Infinity Challenge concerts. So there's a lot of concerts I would want to go to. And then, I'd want to go to like some K-hip-hop type underground shit. So, I'd try to find the connect to tell me how to get to the club where I could see, the underground and just really see what's going on, like on real hood level K-hip-hop. So I'd be interested in that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I'd want to do in terms of concerts. Music collection wise, wish list on fleek. I would buy all the K-pops. Like, there wouldn't be a thing I wouldn't buy, because at this point I have $1.5 billion to fuck away, so I can't really regret if I don't listen to a CD or not, because I'm rich. I can do these things. I'm rich. So I would have like every out of print everything. I would open a K-pop album library. I would get like my favorite YouTube unboxers, and I'd be like, hey, do y'all have anything that y'all want that you haven't had a chance to buy? Let me know, because I'm just to hook it up. And then I would have a YouTube channel dedicated to unboxing the rarest of the rares. I'd have kick-ass giveaways all the time, because I got $1 billion, so I could do shit like this. We'd have like real high quality camera work, audio, everything, and it would just be awesome. I would have a YouTube channel, and I would have like Tina Davison fly over to Korea, and my YouTube channel would be her sitting with a K-pop group while she unboxes their albums, and then them talking about the things that they're seeing in the photo book. That would be amazing. That should be a show. Like, honestly, that would be a great show, because I know that Suga from Bangtan, he unboxes their albums, but he usually waits until like the album's been out 3, 4, 5 months before he does it. But I think that would be so cool if they had a show where K-pop artists had to sit down and unbox their album and talk about their packaging, because I would love to have seen 17's faces trying to put that origami masterpiece back together when they got it open. So yeah, I think that'd be a fun show. But yeah, I would do something like that. And then, you know, in terms of the artists themselves, I would have so many artist meetings. I would pay people to introduce me to so many people. I would pay to be introduced to Jay Park and sit down and ask him about, you know, his transition from Public Enemy #1 to the People's Champ. Because that is a fascinating transition, and it's something a lot of us take for granted, especially if you just got into K-pop in like the last couple of years and you don't know what a hard time Jay Park had redeeming his name. It doesn't seem as miraculous, but it really is. Like, he is the underdog story of K-pop. So I would like to ask him about that. I would love to sit down with JYP, and that seems like it's opposites, but I'd like to ask him, you know, as a man in your 40s who's had this career of hits, over 2 decades of hits, you know, how do you know what a hit is? How do you keep your sound fresh and young? Why do you have such shitty packaging all the time? I mean, these are all questions that will come up in our time together, but I would love to talk to him. I would love to talk to the label heads of Starship, because I feel like Starship is one of those really underrated labels. Like, if you're not big three, you're underrated most of the time. But I really feel like Starship fits this niche in K-pop that a lot of people take for granted, because they're not the most cutesy label, they're not the most avant-garde label, but they always kind of come up with something that catches your attention, catches your eye. Boyfriend, I think, has probably been the only kind of dim spot in Starship's roster, in my opinion. There's a lot of people who cap for Boyfriend. I just feel like Boyfriend has never really found their fit or been able to stay in their fit. But, I mean, K-Will, Starship, Sistar, I don't know why I said Starship, that's not a group, Sistar, Monsta X, Mad Clown, there's other people I'm forgetting, but they have a lot of really great artists in Starship, so I'd like to ask them kind of like, you know, how do you kind of keep yourself relevant when it's so hard when you're not top 3? So I'd have those kind of questions. I would get a SWAT team together, and we would draft an elaborate plan to break into the YG building and rescue Lehigh, an actor musician, from the basement. I feel like I can do it. Any other boys and girls who want to feel freedom, I would take them with us. But first things first, the kids, I have to get them out of there, let them see what it's like to be free, and then let them record at leisure whenever they want to, release whatever they have. If they want to record their shopping list to a beat, I'll release that son of a bitch, because I feel like the time has come. But yeah, these are the things I would do with my K-pop Powerball winnings. So I would love to hear your K-pop Powerball dreams. Leave it in the comment section down below. And then finally, sad day. Woke up this morning and I thought the world was normal, and then I look up at the TV screen, and in the ticker down below it says that Alan Rickman has died at the age of 69 of cancer. And even though I don't know his entire filmography, for me and for a lot of people who grew up in pop culture over the last 20 years, he will now and forever be Professor Severus Snape. And I just feel really heartbroken, because Harry Potter, both the characters and the original story, have become such a big part of my life over the last few years. And I mean, every day, honest to goodness, every day I read a piece of Harry Potter fan fiction. Every day. Because it's the story that keeps on giving. You know, there's so many fan theories, and there's so many side legends you could come up with. There's so many ways that this story, being as magical as it is, could go on. And with, you know, the new Fantastical Beasts movie coming out, and the new Broadway stage show for Harry Potter, The Cursed Child, and so many other ways that the universe of Harry Potter is expanding, I was really looking forward to possibly seeing Mr. Rickman involved in some of that. And now that's no longer possible, so we really have to say goodbye. So that was really disappointing to hear, and I wanted to make mention of it because, like I said, Harry Potter is a big part of my life, and I couldn't imagine letting this go by and not saying anything. So see you guys later.